How's it going, everybody? This is Jorge with Certified Hail Pros. We are looking at this Camry that we are working on today. As you see, all these little circles signify everywhere that hail has impacted this vehicle. It's hard to see until we put it under a special light, but where we circled is where there's an indentation. Here under the light, we are looking at what exactly those dents look like. So again, they're pretty invisible without the light. Once we get the light going on it, we have a little visibility on those dents. So that's what we'll be using when we start working on your dents. And we'll see a little bit of how deep some of these can get. And then we have this chrome trim. About half of new cars have this trim. Usually when this gets blasted like that, that needs to get replaced. We'll put together a comprehensive estimate just like this one here. That's going to go out to your insurance company and let them know exactly how many dings are on the car, how many of those trim pieces need to be replaced. So we'll go ahead and get them everything. If you have any other special situations like paint that needs to be done or paint protection film that was on the vehicle that will need to be removed and reinstalled, all of that will be included here in this estimate. So we'll send this out to your adjuster and they'll come out, look at your vehicle, make sure that everything looks good. And then we start on actual work here. So the work is done with a series of rods. Here you see how the doors are done. We go right in through the skin. Nothing needs to be removed or taken apart on these vehicles. We're just pulling up the dents, gently massaging them out, knocking them back down. And we're using different size rods depending on what the location of that dent is. So with these longer rods, they reach a little bit further, get the right angle. And then this rod is for the roof. So we're gonna go ahead and just attach a harness and then slowly find each one of those dents in the lights that I have set up, bring them up, knock them down just like before. So this is just to make sure that any little high spots that were created are gently put back into place. Roof rails, the way we're doing these is we're gonna go ahead and get some glue tabs just like this one. We'll attach them, we'll gently pull them up, and this works perfectly great as long as the vehicle hasn't been repainted. And if there isn't any sort of extreme dents, this will be the perfect method to do that. It does not require any repainting. These go right inside of the fenders here. Same method, we're just gently pushing until all of these dents get out of there. Now, just remember that a claim like this ended up being somewhere in the neighborhood of $6,000. So when you go to resell your car, when you turn in your lease, it's now worth $6,000 less. Even though you couldn't tell that there was a whole lot of damage on it, you definitely want to get this sort of damage replaced. Here, we're tackling the hood. So I have an S-hook and that same hail rod that I used on the roof. Over here on the trunk, it's a different series of brace tools and what we call whale tails, just a different tool that squeezes behind braces. So we can go ahead and squeeze every single one of those dents out of your vehicle. On this car, the customer did have a few paint transfer scratches, so we're just gonna go ahead and take those out. We didn't have to bill insurance for that. These are just tiny little imperfections that we could buff out or polish out quickly. So we just went ahead and got it done just so it's a nice clean job when we return it. And then we have a few more over here. That's it after it's gone. Looks like there was a few scuffs on the mirror and then on the rear door here. So we're just wiping that clean and getting some tar marks off the vehicle. Do a little polishing on that. There is a minor dent. The customer is coming back at a later time to get that fixed. But here we go, all done. The vehicle is ready to go back home. It is no longer hail damaged. Everybody's happy, and you don't have to worry about the car being worth a lot less or unsightly. This was very minor damage. Took about 3 days to get the whole thing done. Give us a call.